Whoop, nope, not Steam. It is not on. I mean, it is on Steam. I don't have it on Steam. I have it through Game Pass. If it wants to launch. Okay. We're going to check out Blueprints. And this is exactly that. So ominous. It might take a second to load. I don't know how well my computer is going to run this game. Yeah. I've been itching to try it ever since people have been talking about it. Dogu Bomb presents. In association with Raw Fury. Tonda Ross.
I, Herbert S. Sinclair of the Mount Holly Estate at Reddington, do publish and declare this instrument my last will and testament, and hereby revoke all wills and codicils heretofore made by me. I give and bequeath to my grandnephew, Simon P. Jones, son of my dear niece, Mary Matthew, all of my right, title, and interest in and to the house and land which I own near Mount Holly. The above provision and bequest is contingent on my aforementioned grandnephew discovering the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. The location of the room has been kept a secret from all the staff and servants of the manor, but I am confident that any heir worthy of the Sinclair legacy should have no trouble uncovering its whereabouts within a timely manner. Should my grandnephew fail to uncover this room or provide proof of his discovery to the executors of my will, then this gift shall lapse. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand this 18th day of March, 1993. Herbert S. Sinclair.
Okay. Blueprints. Day 1. Okay, so I know that... Oh, jeez. Hold on. There we go, that's better. Oh. Searching the estate can be exhausting. Each time you enter a room, you lose 1 step. When you no longer have any steps left, you will be too tired to continue searching the manor and must call it a day. Okay. Only open in the event of my death. Simon, welcome to Mount Holly. You may not remember, but I have fond memories of your many visits here as a young boy, and I hope these rooms provide you with as much amusement as it did in those lost summer days. By the time you read this, I will assume you are fully aware of my last wishes and all the details of the bequest. Please do not mistake my intentions in giving you this challenge as a lack of confidence. I assure you, nothing could have been further from my mind when I chose you as my heir. With that said, there are a few ground rules of this commission, covered in the fine print of my will, that I feel I should bring to your attention. No tools or items may be brought onto the estate from the outside. Tools and items found on the estate may not be taken off the estate. You may not stay overnight. I don't suspect that any of these stipulations should prove an impediment for someone as resourceful as yourself, but it is very important to me that you start fresh each morning and not rely on the successes of the previous day. One final word of advice. Do not assume the rooms you find today will be the same rooms you find tomorrow. These grounds have provided me a home for the last half-century, and even I am uncertain of which room lies beyond any particular door. Your grandmother used to say, "Don't go where the path leads. Abandon the path and go where you want it to lead." With all my love and wishes, best of luck. Herbert S. Sinclair. You found the Mount Holly blueprint. I almost said blueprint. Blueprint. This will serve as a useful map and inventory log during your adventure. You may access the blueprint menu by pressing tab. Okay. So we've got an entrance hall. Okay. Antechamber, and then room 46, the mysterious room mentioned in H.S. Sinclair's will, named only by a number. Despite the house's official blueprint only showing a total of 45 rooms, the words of the legal document make it apparent that a 46th room in the house in fact exists. Finding this room is your primary objective while on the estate. It is, after all, your bequest. Rarity rumored. Alright. Oh. Whenever you enter this room, gain 2 steps. Closet 2 items. This sounds important. So I get +2. This trunk is locked. Alright. Greetings from Reddington. Okay. Top hat. Alright, so a locked chest, and I'm not... okay, so there's no jump button or anything. I can move faster. Oh, I see. Okay. Nice. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, okay. Corridor is always left unlocked. What do you mean always left unlocked? So you don't put a dead end near the start? Okay, that makes sense. Let's do the hallway. Doors in the west wing are more likely to be locked. Okay. Nook, 1 key. Storeroom, 1 key, 1 jewel, gem, and 2 coins. Alright. That sounds promising. What do we got? We've got a gem of some kind. A key. I want to open the... Wait. I want to open the... Oh, there's the gold. I want to open the one in the bedroom. Nice. A pair of ivory dice. While drafting, you may use dice to roll new floor plans. Okay. Bedroom rank 1. Alright, where are we at here? How about a den? Oh, every time I enter a room, I lose 1. Okay. Oh, well, can I just spam this then? +2, -1. +2, -1. There's probably a max amount of steps. Yeah, whatever. That also gets kind of annoying. Alright, so there's a jewel there. I mean, because you can probably spam this. Oh, no, you can't. Okay. Ah, damn, they did think of that. Oh, because you're losing 1 anyway. So then it just goes back up to 47. I lose 1 entering this room, and then I lose 1 entering this room, and then it gets +2. So it just keeps going. Okay, they did think of that. God damn it. I thought I found something. I thought I found an exploit. Damn developers doing their jobs. Okay, so there's 2 doors in here, I think. Yeah, 2 other doors. Ah? The gems are on the desk. Dear Herbert, it was a great honor receiving the invitation to dine at your estate with the Oldhams this past Thursday. If I'm being frank, it had been quite a while since we had been seen in decent society, and we were beginning to worry that my wife's wit had lost its charm. I have no delusions that my company is rival to hers. Excuse me. If I can refresh your memory, we both spent much of that evening discussing our mutual love of games and puzzles, and I had mentioned to you a rather singular parlor game I had played some years back involving 3 boxes of different colors. You had pressed me to write with the particulars of this game when I found the time, and I have included with this letter all the details you will need to share with guests should you be inclined to play this confounding game. Always your friend, M. Lowry. There will always be at least one box which displays only one true statement. That displays only true statements. There will always be at least one box which displays only false statements. Only one box has a prize within the other 2 are always empty. So 1 is only a true statement, 1 is only a false statement. Whoops. Okay, well, there are no gems on the desk. So you're false. The gems are in this box. The gems are on the floor. Okay. Well, there's clearly no gems on the floor anywhere. Wait. Oh, I see. The wind-up key. A rather curious wind-up key, a component of the parlor game. Okay. Gems are on the floor. They are not. The gems are on the desk. They were not. The gems are in this box. Very simple way to introduce a game. I love it. Oh, I don't get that back. Okay. Makes sense to me. It's so quiet. Just a heads up, an ad is going to play in about 5 minutes. Bunk room. This room counts as 2 bedrooms. Okay. The chapel. Whenever you enter the chapel, lose 1 gold. Okay, that would be a dead end. Let's do the chapel. But I could have gotten another key to unlock whatever... Where was it? There was another... There's another box to unlock in another room. I think it was in the storeroom. Okay, well, we'll keep that in mind. Okay, so we lose a gold. We can look around a little bit here. Alright, what are we looking at here? Gem requirement. Sorry, I was hearing a fire thing. Alright, so I think I lost gems. Whoa. Oh, there's a lot of repeat drawings in here. Okay. So we're inside the drawing room now. Oh. Hey. A social sitting room adorned wall to wall with artwork and drawings. An unfinished sketch of your uncle sits on an easel in the middle of the room, providing a vivid image of what were presumably his final days, depending on when the project was abandoned. Cost 1 gem. Type drafting blueprint. Rarity commonplace. Drafted 1 time. 2 items, a nook. Well, that would create a dead end. So would this, though. Let's do the nook because I do want another key. Oh, this is kind of nice. It's like a little book nook. Coupon book. Discount coupon book. A discount coupon book. Save 1 coin on each purchase you make in the estate. A journey noteworthy. As you continue on your adventure, you may want to consider getting something to scribble down your notes and observations. A pad, scrap of paper, or perhaps most fittingly, a journal will prove to be an invaluable tool you will not regret having beside you on your journey. I don't think I have anything like that. I have like a little notepad, but it's like a small notepad. I don't really have anything else. 1 second, let me see if I can find something. Yeah, no, I don't have anything for that. Alright, well, if I run into anything where I feel like it's really necessary to start taking notes, then I'll hunt something down. I don't know. Okay. Okay. So we need to go back to the storeroom over here. And there's not really any shortcut. Actually, let's keep building out, because I think I can probably make my way back to this hallway by building rooms. That way I don't have to waste a bunch of steps backtracking. Yeah, or we could do the drawing room. We could probably make a circular direction here. Or not. Lavatory. Oh, damn. Okay. Corridor is always left unlocked. Let's do that then, I guess. One of our uncle's hats. More drawings and stuff. Here we go. Let's do the pantry. Ah! Bridget, please pick up some more fruit before Friday, as we have just been informed that we may have an extra guest exploring the house next week. 50 steps should be more than enough. So I think an even spread would be ideal. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. The enclosed amount should cover expenses, but please bring back any change from the order and leave it in the pantry. Okay. Okay, so food heals me. I say heals, but gives me more, observatory! +1 star for each time you've drafted observatory. What are stars? Let's find out. +1 star. Room directory. Housing an impressively large telescope, Mount Holly's observatory is a window to the world above and beyond the clouds and sky. Through its mirrored lens, even a novice stargazer will be able to distinctly appreciate the wonder, signs, and constellations that punctuate the tapestry of night. Rarity standard. Type blueprint. 1 time. I just realized that I'm not reading like any of these descriptions. A snug corner reading room. A snug corner reading room which serves as a quiet, private place for guests to spend a few hours of their afternoon away from the hustle and bustle of the staff. A more traditional family room, warm and inviting, so comfortable one might assume that the countless clocks surrounding the sofas are placed in a futile attempt to avoid inevitably wasting the entire day here. A well-stocked pantry is always the true test of a large estate, and keeping Mount Holly's wide gamut of ingredients and supplies stocked has always been one of the primary priorities of the house. I didn't read the parlor one either. This cozy lounge furnished with couches and armchairs serves as the perfect social setting for receptions and after-parties. Consequently, this was one of the most popular rooms for entertaining, and the late H.S. Sinclair was known to supply a myriad of parlor games and encourages guests to think and conversate. So that is a puzzle room and commonplace. Past the steps beyond the grand doors, admission to Mount Holly is granted by way of a dark and garish lobby, suitably called the entrance hall. From here, each guest's adventure begins. However, the 3 doors that proceed onward do not always lead to the same adjoining rooms. A dedicated storage space filled from end to end with a surplus of chairs, carpets, paintings, and a handful of other things that had at one time been in vogue and on display elsewhere in the house. I read those. The drawing room we read. The observatory we read. The antechamber. From its root, meaning the room before, all signs and paths point toward the antechamber. This mysterious sealed room, resting on the 9th rank, may prove, however, quite an initial challenge to even reach, let alone enter. Still, you can't help but draw a connection between this chamber and room 46. A familiar room that you may have slept in at some prior visit in the past. Like most bedrooms of the estate, these quarters offer you a little rest and recuperation during your long days exploring the surrounding rooms. The hallway. One of many nondescript hallways snaking through the estate and providing elegant causeways between the more noteworthy destinations that the house has to offer. And then the corridor, a long hall with 2 doors at either end that had been one of your uncle's most frequently traveled rooms. Consequently, he had left strict instructions with the household staff that the doors of this corridor should never, under any circumstance, be locked. Green rooms, shops, and red rooms. The chapel. A private sacristy, as ornate as the most lavish rooms of the estate, is watched over by 8 Adran angels, depicted in stained glass. This room was more a tribute to your uncle's vanity than it was to his faith. Oh, sorry. 1 second.